Hi, my name is Jo Hayes and I am the Chief Executive Officer of a charitable organisation in Hong Kong called Habitat for Humanity. And we want a world where everyone has a clean and safe home. There's no typical day as a CEO, and that's why I love my job. In my first week with Habitat, I was hammering nails into bamboo to create a floor in a stilt house in Nepal. And in my second week, I was painting a ceiling up a ladder in a public housing estate in Hong Kong. Some days I sit in front of my computer for hours. I could be working on job descriptions or editing newsletters. I could be reviewing proposals for funders, or I could be working on the organisational strategy. And the strategy is like a plan with clear goals, but it's much more than a plan, and it requires a lot of discussion, a lot of time to write it, and a lot of time to think about it. And so I try every day to plan for time to think. And then some days I could be in meetings all day talking to people. I like days where I get to talk to people. I talk to my team, my board of directors, my colleagues in other countries around the world. I get to speak to the families that we partner with or the donors who want to know how they can help. I talk to government officials who want to improve housing policies. I talk to journalists who want to tell the stories of the families that we serve. And I get to talk to the volunteers who help us every single day with their time and their expertise. Around the world, we build homes, we renovate homes, we provide clean water and toilets in schools so that teenage girls can continue their education. When there's a natural disaster, we work with families who have lost their homes so that we can help them to build stronger homes so that they'll be safer in the future. Knowing that everything I do every day in some small way is contributing to making somebody's life better, that is the best thing about my job. No, don't get me wrong, I love what I do and I'm very privileged to do what I do. But when I was 7, I decided that I wanted to be a teacher. And then when I was 11, I went on a day trip to France and decided that I wanted to be an English teacher in France. So that's what I did. Since then, I've transitioned from education to media production to the non-profit sector, and I have loved all of the challenges along the way. I was in Paris doing a job that I loved, working with a team that I loved, when I saw a position advertised in Hong Kong, and it sounded amazing. I had no plans to move to Hong Kong, and I had no plans to leave the organisation I was with, but I hadn't updated my CV for a while, so I updated it and sent it off. And 3 months later, I was on a plane. I didn't have anywhere to live, my kids didn't have a school to go to, and my brilliant husband left his job so that we could do something new. It was a huge adventure, but it was also a huge risk, and we both left stable careers for me to join a 2-year project. The key moment in my career is deciding to take a risk, because you never know where it could lead to. I love sharing this bit of advice. I think it changes your whole outlook on life, and it certainly for me, it helped me to build my confidence. So we often talk about stepping out of your comfort zone, but instead of thinking about stepping out, which can be scary and daunting, I like to think about expanding your comfort zone so that every time you do something new, you're expanding your zone of experiences and learnings. And it's a small, simple shift in mindset, but it's one that can have a really big difference to your life.